Port Lavaca now suspended.
An Austin ISD police officer is in stable condition after he was shot. What officials have to say about the shooting?
And officials held the annual transportation conference, how the city plans to expand this evening.
We had some pretty good sunshine today, but then the clouds sort of drifted in. No major problems. A very weak front there, not going to do much. But the one on the west coast is going to have something to do with us on Saturday, and we'll have all that coming up.
And the Ganado Indians hit the field as they get ready for the Timpson Bears. I'll have that in sports.
You're watching 25 News now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia.
Cuero police took 17-year-old Jaden Garibay into custody Monday. Authorities say Garibay threatened two people with a gun over a piece of property he wanted. Garibay did not get the property. He does face 2 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Garibay is in the DeWitt County Jail in lieu of $50,000 bond. The Coast Guard has suspended the search for Felipe Lozano of Port Lavaca. 25
News Now reporter Adarius McCormick spoke with Felipe's family about him and about the upcoming vigil in his memory. Adarius.
That's right, you guys. To his family, Felipe was a joy to be around. He was full of life and always making them smile. Now his family wants him home. However, the Coast Guard has suspended the search for the missing fisherman. His sisters and nephew are not happy with the suspension of Felipe's search. They say their brother is somebody in this world. His life is important, especially for them.
Always there for us. Always there for my son.
Yeah, he was basically my father figure growing up. With me, my brother, and my sister, we didn't have our dad at the time.
We just wish they wouldn't have stopped searching for him because, you know, he wasn't nobody, he was somebody.
The captain of a commercial fishing boat reported Felipe's incident Saturday around 2 a.m. The Coast Guard searched for him near Port Fourcon off the coast of Louisiana. They announced the search was suspended Monday evening. His family will host a candlelight vigil on the Bayfront Peninsula in Port Lavaca Thursday at 6 p.m. They wanted to thank the community for their constant support, and they are inviting everyone out to honor his life. Don, Karina, back to you.
Darius, thank you. And let's take a first look at your forecast with First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Mac Pettis. I'm seeing all this video from around the country of like heavy flooding, and up in the east they've got heavy snows.
Heavy snow?
Yep. I'm not missing
here,
that,
yeah.
Mac. I'm really not.
One of our 47 reasons why we live here. Yes, the snow in the east, shall we say, occurred 2 days ago, and they're just sort of digging out. On the west, it's happening now, and it's going to be big. Now, for us, we have this subtropical jet rolling over us, giving those high, thin clouds, but no major problems, no rain. Tomorrow's a great day. That storm is going to be a record breaker. In fact, places like Washington State are going to be looking at 10 to 15 inches of rain in the next few days. It's going to be a big one. So we'll talk all about that coming up in just a moment. Back to you.
Mac, thank you. Transportation is vital to a growing economy, and how it impacts the Crossroads economy was the goal of a conference held today. The South Texas Transportation Conference featured discussions on the progress of the Matagorda Bay Ship Channel expansion, Interstate 69 construction, and expanded child care. President of the Victoria Chamber of Commerce, Jeff Lyons, said the Chamber is proud to host this conference each year, and they are already looking forward to next year.
We bring in different facets of people associated with transportation throughout the southern Texas area. And these kind of seminars and conferences that we do are very valuable to those that attend and those who are presenting.
This is the 10th year of the Chamber's South Texas Transportation Conference.
A man was set on fire by a woman just north of downtown San Antonio. Authorities tell KENS a woman got a cup full of gasoline from a nearby convenience store, then threw it onto the man's lower legs and then lit it. The man's injuries were not life-threatening, and he was in stable condition when transported to the hospital. Police are still searching for the female suspect, who they say is in her early 50s and wearing a maroon shirt. An Austin ISD police officer is in stable condition after being shot near Northeast Early College High School Tuesday morning. Officials told KVUE the officer was shot in, quote, an unprovoked way, unquote, where there had been no interaction between the officer and the suspect. Authorities confirmed the officer was shot in the leg. Officers are searching near the school for the suspect, who is considered armed and dangerous.
2 Sanctuary City billboards have popped up in El Paso saying that San Francisco and New York City welcomes immigrants. SanctuaryCities.com claims to have paid for them, though it's unclear why. The website suggests cities like New York, San Francisco, and Chicago have multiple services to help with housing, food, and legal assistance. But the Opportunity Center for the Homeless says those places might not actually have enough resources because they are also overwhelmed with migrants. The state legislature ended its 4th special session this afternoon without taking action on some key bills the Senate had passed. The Texas Tribune reports 2 school bills did not make it out of the legislature. Senate Bill 5 would spend $800 million on school safety measures through 2025. The failure to pass school vouchers also blocked funding that would have increased school funding and provided bonuses for teachers. The legislature has been in session 246 days this year so far, more than any other year since Texas became a state in 1845.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell so when you're on YouTube you can see Crossroads Today. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 10. 2 shootings over the weekend pushed the nation past a deadly milestone.
Also ahead, depression rates in the U.S. are soaring and experts are sounding the alarm.
Navy veteran William Chapman is your military hero for the month of November. Chapman grew up in Texarkana, Arkansas, and after high school, he joined the service.
My dad, he was in the Marine Corps, and I know how he carried himself, and I said, no, that's too rough for me. So I picked the Navy.
He not only learned a lot, but he traveled a lot while in the Navy.
And traveled, went different places, and went to Vietnam, Okinawa, Japan, all of those places, Vietnam. And, you know, I enjoyed it while I was there. And, you know, seen a lot of people, you know, and I just enjoyed it. It was an experience for me.
He was stationed in Hawaii, and his squadron was tasked with plane maintenance and delivery.
We carried different things in different places, like missiles, and like we had a squadron in different places. And if they ran out of an engine need a part or something like that, they would call us and let us know. Then we fly it up there to them.
After the military, he worked at the VA hospital in Kerrville for 10 years. While in Kerrville, he met his wife, Clara, but it took some time for them to finally hit it off.
Not having God completely in my life, I went about it the wrong way. She said, get out of my yard and stuff. Then I respect that. I said, oh man, I said, this woman got some backbone. This woman is bold. So
William and Clara soon got married and then moved to Cuero, where they would raise a family with 6 children.
We got married, had 6 kids, and we moved to Cuero, and they grew up in Cuero. And thank God that we was blessed. They was blessed. They doing good now.
And you can't forget their cute fur baby puppy. Chapman would go from the service of the military to another type of service, the service of God.
Yes, I always had a calling in my life. I know this, but how you said, run from it, want to get away from it, but I couldn't get away from it. So as time went on, and you know I had a calling in my life, and as time went on, it got stronger, and got stronger, and got stronger.
So he would go on to become a pastor located at 702 East Broadway in Cuero. You'll find Outreach for Souls Church, with services every Saturday at 10:30 and Bible study on Tuesdays at 6:30. He and his wife make a great team.
she helped me in my preaching, and I encourage her in her teaching.
He also would have a bout with a rare sickness but prevailed. The Chapmans now sharing their story.
I was attacked with Guillain-Barré, and that took a lot out of me. She helped me and stuff with the help of God. I came through this, and I'm doing good now, and still going forth in my ministry.
His nervous system just went out of whack. Started coming around in December of that year, and ever since then, he's been on the mend, and he's doing very well now. But I want the world to know that it was very serious. I almost lost him. He almost died. But God wasn't through with him. And he loves God with all his heart. He preached, and I teach. We teach the word.
William and Clara are passionate supporters of veterans too. Clara is sewing pillows for veterans in the hospital to show them they care.
And I was so pillars according to whatever their status was in the service. And we would go in there and show them love, to let them know that there must be something special that we came there for, to see them. And after we would get through with them, they say, we didn't think nobody cared anything about us out there. They say, but since you're coming as far as you did and what you're doing, the love you're showing us, so now we know that the people care. And that's what we need to do. We need to let our servicemen know that we care.
William hoping that others like you at home can stay blessed.
Give him the glory, give him the thanks and the praises. So that's what I can say, and I hope it can touch somebody, and somebody can hear this and you know, make a right decision on their lives and what God can do for them like he did for me. You know, all hope is not gone. It's there.
So thank you, William, for your service to your country and community and being a pillar in the faith community in Cuero. Adam Seibel reporting in Cuero, KAVU TV 25 News Now.
Two shootings in Texas and Washington on Sunday afternoon pushed the nation past a milestone. New data showed the shootings marked the 37th and 38th of this year, breaking last year's previous record of 36. In Dallas, a 21-year-old man shot 5 people inside a home, killing a toddler and 3 adults Sunday. And in Washington, deputies believe a family of 5 was killed in a murder-suicide. The death toll from this year's mass killing sits at 197, including the gunman.
Depression rates in the U.S. have reached record highs, with 29% of adults receiving a diagnosis of depression in their lifetime.
Since 2015, depression rates in adults living in the U.S. have increased by almost 10%, according to a survey published by Gallup. Researchers found that women and young adults were the most significantly affected. 37% of women have been diagnosed with depression in their lifetime, compared to 20% of men. Young adults who are more likely to be single or report loneliness have higher rates of depression than adults over 45. Black and Hispanic adults have had a significant increase in depression, rising at about twice the rate of white adults. Talk to your doctor if you have symptoms of depression, which can include persistent sadness, trouble sleeping, and disinterest in activities you usually enjoy. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts or another mental health crisis, you can call or text the free Mental Health Crisis Hotline at 988. With this Medical Minute, I'm Liz Landers.
This week is National Influenza Vaccination Week. It runs from December 4th to December 8th.
Now, health experts want to use this as a reminder for everyone to get a flu shot for protection during the flu season.
And so here is your Vera poll tonight. You can scan that QR code on your screen to vote now. The question is, have you received your flu shot this year? Yes or no? According to our results, it looks like 78% stand at yes and 22% stand at no. Those are good odds to me.
That's actually 6% down on the yes from 6 o'clock.
Ooh, go out there, CVS, Walgreens, your local pharmacy. Go out there, y'all. Alrighty, well, a veterans resource fair will be held in Victoria Wednesday afternoon. It'll be from 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church of Victoria Fellowship Hall. That's going to be at 2408 North Navarro Street. Job resources, information, and referrals will be available to active military veterans and their family members.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's 53 degrees. Skies are clear now, even though we did get some cloud deck during the middle of the day. We managed to get up to 75, which is above our seasonal average of 69. This week really is warmer than we should be in December, but that colder air is on its way. It should be here by the weekend. Just in case you're wondering, we haven't had any rain since the beginning of the month. We've had 0.05. That brings us to 33.44. That's still 4 inches below rainfall. We're going to get some rain on Saturday, but I don't think it's going to be anything to write home about. We'll be talking more about that coming up in a moment.
Hi, I'm Detective Kelly Gibbs with the Victoria Police Department. Victoria Crime Stoppers is seeking information regarding a murder of Gerald Samuel Hadley. On August 23, 2002, at about 5:10 a.m., Victoria Police Department officers responded to Circle K at the 4400 block of North Navarro concerning a man down by the dumpster behind the location. The man was identified as 63-year-old Gerald Samuel Hadley. Hadley was a white male who was homeless and severely beaten. Hadley was transported to a local hospital for treatment. On July 14, 2003, after nearly a year in a coma, Hadley died as a result of the injuries he received during the aggravated assault. The charge at that time was upgraded to murder. If you have any information about Hadley's murder, please call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200 or submit a tip by using the P3 Tip app on your Android or Apple device, or by visiting our website at www.crimestoppersvictoria.com. All tips are anonymous, and if you give information that leads to arrest or charges being filed, you could earn a cash reward. With the Victoria Police Department, I'm Detective Kelly Gibbs.
Well, good evening, everybody. We had a few little clouds drift over the area, but these are high clouds actually coming up from the south. Not anything to worry about. Tomorrow, another good-looking sunny day, about 70 degrees. A little bit of a north wind coming in behind this front that's actually falling apart. But in the long term, we've got to watch this storm. It's going to be a ginormous storm that affects most of the country because it's going to come over the Rockies, into the plains, and then push back to the east. And so in the next 4 or 5 days, you're going to watch that really come through. Now, we've got some nice weather for a while. This is Future Tracker, so you can see beginning tonight what's going to happen on the West Coast. They've already had 5 to 6 inches of rain in Oregon and Washington State. Now we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, continuing downpours with heavy snows all the way across, and then eventually it'll cross the Rockies and become a big system in the central part of the country. You're thinking, why am I bothering with that? It is all one thing. It all will affect us one way or the other because right now we've got high pressure over us, so that's keeping all of this stuff away from us, and so we're going to be doing good all the way through Friday. But by the weekend, the high moves away, the trough moves down, and then we're going to watch this. As a matter of fact, even though it's up here, on Thursday we're going to get a real strong southerly wind, south wind, blowing into that area of low pressure, and then the cold front comes through there, which will get here on Saturday. Now, right now we've got calm wind conditions around our area. Tonight we'll get down into the 40s, and then tomorrow we'll get up to about 70 degrees pretty much everywhere here in the Crossroads. For those of you who have a little time, want to get away, do a little fishing, things are looking good because right now we have very light winds. We are not going to get that by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, so I would take advantage of it. 2-foot seas, smooth bays because of the fairly light winds. For those of you in Port Lavaca, 51 in the morning, 66 in the afternoon. I'm looking for sunny skies most of the day. For Cuero, we're looking at 46 in the morning, 68 in the afternoon. Still pretty good looking sunshine there. Now, 7 days, well, we've got mild weather here, mild weather here, mild weather there. Then Saturday, frontal system comes in middle of the day. By evening, we're going to get a strong north wind, getting it rather chilly, colder than what we're doing now. So if you're going out to a Christmas party or a fancy dinner or something, just remember it's going to be getting colder during the night. And look at this, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, our highs barely in the 60s, and overnight lows getting down to the low 40s, maybe a couple upper 30s. Here's my long-term super duper forecast. From today until Christmas Day, I do not see any kind of freezing weather here, okay? So that means no ice to deal with. It'll get a little chillier, though we'll have some 40s and some 50s, but I don't see any massive outbreak of cold air, which is good. We really don't need that doing that again to us. That is your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone. Here's Zach Brown with sports.
The Ganado Indians 1 win away from playing in a state championship. Hear from those guys coming up in sports. Well, the other Jackson County team competing in the state semis round, the Ganado Indians, who may have been counted out before the year started. Now, kind of hard to overlook a team that is now just one win away from playing for a state title. The Ganado Indians are still gold ball hunting after a thrilling upset over the Refugio Bobcats. They were heavy underdogs in that game, and they won't be favored against Timpson either, but not many teams are left standing. The Indians feel like they have as good a shot as any.
There's 4 teams left. All 4 teams are really, really good. From here on out, you got to play really good football to keep advancing. You got to execute well during the game. And so, I mean, we're not putting much stock into it. I know, listening to some of the assistant coaches, that, yeah, we're not giving a very good shot outside of the area, but it is what it is. We just got to go play and go execute.
The young Indian squad grew a lot as a team on the field and mentally, something quarterback Bryce Ullman says is a reason why they are still here.
This past game that we had, it wasn't no belief anymore. Our expectation was to win, and I mean, we went out and dominated.
The Indians call this the Haters Tour. This is for all those who may have written them off, but Ganado didn't write back.
A lot of people didn't have us. I don't even think people had us coming out of our district this year, or some people didn't, and or at least making it to the state semis. But we proved a lot of them wrong, and we're going to keep it going.
Irving is the head coach, but he gives credit to the entire program for buying in and seeing the vision of what could be.
For the rest of y'all's lives, I hope that y'all know when you put your mind to whatever you want to do, no matter what anybody tells you, and you work together as a team, anything's possible, you feel me?
I think it speaks to the assistant coaches that we have, and then the leadership on the team that we have. The players have bought into what we're selling. They're playing really, really good football right now, and the results are showing. And so it's exciting to see.
We do our job every play, we're going to win. It's that simple. And it's not a belief. You got to expect to win. You got to know you're going to do it.
No question about what Ganado is capable of now. The only question mark, just how far will they go? The boys are ready to continue their already impressive run.
All of us are hyped, and we're ready to go. And we already had a shot at number 2. Now we got a shot at number 1. So we're ready for the challenge, and I feel like it's going to be a great game.
And that will lead us to your viewer poll. What is your confidence level in the Ganado Indians to advance to state? About 73% of you range from very confident to extremely confident, and less than 10% of you are not confident. So that's a small number. Safe to say Ganado turning a lot of heads that game Thursday at 7. And we got Edna yesterday, finally got to Ganado today. Tomorrow going to complete the trifecta, head over to El Maton for Tidehaven. The Tigers finally got past the Poth Pirates. They have a very good shot to punch their ticket to AT&T Stadium this Thursday. Their game the same time as everyone else, Thursday at 7. Their location at New Caney Randall Reed Stadium. Well, that's it for your sports. Dawn and Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Zach. Now stay with us. Coming up next on 25 News Now at 10, we'll take a last look at your weather with Mac. Plus, a local college in Victoria placed first in a conference that was held in Houston.
college's adult education department received first place in a $75,000 grant in state adult education and literacy co-enrollment at the Texas Workforce Conference in Houston. This award recognizes VC for having the highest number of adult education students co-enrolled in workforce services. This was the beautiful winter scene this morning from northwest Indiana. Several inches of snow fell this morning, setting the scene for a perfect holiday card. Nice for a card, you have to live in it. Anyway, a clipper system moved through the area overnight, bringing slush and rain to some areas and the white and fluffy to others. Rain is supposed to move in and then more snow flurries are expected. It's really nice to see video, oh, the snow in there, but you know, if you have to drive in that or go to work or go to school in the morning.
I bet it's tough.
It's really beautiful when it's falling.
Yeah.
But then when it's around, and it's been around for a couple of weeks, you go,
and beautiful when it's falling thousands of miles away. Yes.
Exactly. Well, we don't have to deal with that at all, folks. In fact, they're probably envious of our weather, being in the mid-70s as we get into the weekend. Everything's looking good through Friday, but it's Saturday when that front comes through with a line of showers, and then by Sunday we're going to be on the chilly side of things, so get ready. I mean, you just know where your coat is. Don't lose it, okay? What happens is the kids, they take it to school, and they leave them there. When I worked in the school business, they had boxes and boxes of jackets that the kids forgot. So remember where you left it.
Alrighty, thank you, Mac. Now in Florida, an unclaimed lottery ticket worth $44 million is set to expire next week. State lottery leaders say the Quick Pick ticket was purchased at a Sunco Express gas station for the June 14th drawing. The winning numbers were 9, 13, 15, 46, 51, and 52. In Florida, winnings must be claimed within 180 days of the drawing. If no one claims the prize by December 11th, 80% goes to the Education Enhancement Trust Fund, which is a good cause, and 20% is returned to the pool for future prizes.
How does someone not know that they have a $44 million winning lottery ticket for how many months?
I don't know how you missed that.
3 months?
Yeah.
How do you?
No, 6, 180.
180, six months?
6 months, yeah.
Oh.
That's mad.
It's probably in a drawer somewhere, you know.
Man.
Well, they're probably
up.
fade listening going, I didn't win.
Yeah,
I didn't win.
And if you don't pick it up a couple days, you're not going to win.
Hurry up.
Hurry up, check those drawers. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining us for 25 News Now at 10.
Join Carolina Astorini and meteorologist Parker Cox for 25 News Now. Sunrise starting at 5 a.m. Good night, everybody.
Previously on Jimmy Kimmel Live. From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Tonight, Bill Burr, Lily Gladstone, and music from Joshua Ray Walker with Cleto and the Cletos. And now, Jimmy Kimmel.
For joining us here in Hollywood. You know, this is the time of the year when when lists are made, accolades are handed out. We say, what's the top this and the top that? Tomorrow, Time Magazine is going to name the Person of the Year, which is a distinction that dates all the way back to 1927. First Person of the Year, which back then was called Man of the Year, was Charles Lindbergh, who I think, I don't know, sailed over on the Nina Pinta in Santa Maria or something like that. But it's a big deal. And the Person of the Year isn't necessarily even a person. It can be a movement. It can be a thing. But Time's whatever of the year doesn't have quite the same ring to it. So they go with person. They put out a list of the top 9 finalists. And I really hope, for their sake, I hope they make the right choice. Because If they don't, Time headquarters tomorrow is about to get stormed by an angry group of Swifties who will be physically and psychologically unable to shake this off. Taylor Swift is one of the 9 finalists. Vladimir Putin is one of the 9 finalists, and so is Barbie, the doll. Just insulting the humans, kind of, but Putin and Barbie actually have a lot more in common than you would think. They both live in mansions. They both love horses. They both dabble in the martial arts. They love to play dress up. You can see they wear many of the same outfits. I mean, Putin is basically a ruthless dictator Barbie. The artist formerly known as Prince Charles is a finalist, which is not a big deal for him. He's been on the cover of Time a lot. This time he was on in 1978. Looking like the guy the intern shouldn't get drunk around at the office holiday party. Also in the running is Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, which it seems like let him win if the idea is you don't want to sell too many magazines. Like, you know, we only printed up so many copies, and maybe save him for the swimsuit issue or something. Today is also release day for Liz Cheney's tell-all, Oath and Honor, which is being billed as a memoir and a warning. The warning is that another 4 years of Trump will lead to another 4 years of annoying books about Trump. Cheney really goes after Trump. Usually, the only women who hate him this much were married to him, but she says her fellow Republicans in the House referred to Trump regularly as Orange Jesus, or OJ for short. And I guess she has an audience because Oath and Honor is the #1 bestseller on Amazon. It's narrowly edging out, and I did not make this up, the #2 bestseller on Amazon right now is Snoop Dogg's cookbook from 2018. Possible. The busiest shopping week of the year, a 5-year-old book about tater tots is #2? How stoned are these people? Anyway, Liz Cheney takes an aim at a number of her fellow Republicans, including the new Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who, you know, Mike Johnson worked very hard behind the scenes to facilitate Trump's claims that the election was rigged, and he's still at it this morning as part of an ongoing effort now to pretend the insurrection was no big deal. Johnson announced they'll be releasing thousands of hours of footage of the friendly neighborhood riot on the Capitol.
The release of the January 6th tapes is a critical and important exercise. We want transparency. We should demand that the American people do. We trust, House Republicans trust the American people to draw their own conclusions.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely trust us to draw our own conclusions. Hey, maybe the American people will say, oh, now I get it, Mike Pence should have been hung.
They should not be dictated by some narrative and accept that as fact. So they can review the tapes themselves. We're going through a methodical process of releasing them as quickly as we can. As you know, we have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against and to be charged by the DOJ.
Exactly. We want transparency. So we're going to blur out all the faces of the people who were there. These people weren't trying to hurt anybody. Ted Cruz is only hiding in the supply closet because he loved the smell of a mop. The last thing we want to do is send the message that Americans can't try to overthrow their government anymore. We have to protect them from the law enforcement we work so hard to pretend to support. Meanwhile, you know 23andMe? The DNA service that lets you find out how many times your father cheated on your mother? Well, they had a security breach. Hackers broke into the site and got access to nearly 7 million accounts. And now they have all our DNA. You'd think a company that could tell me how Polish my grandmother was by studying the loogie I sent them in the mail would be more sophisticated. Have you seen the trailer for the new Grand Theft Auto game? It's very realistic. And it's the first new Grand Theft Auto in, I guess, like more than a decade. The last one was pretty realistic, too. So much so that a family in New Jersey had a clever idea. They tricked their grandma into thinking Grand Theft Auto was actually the news.
On the parkway. On the parkway. No, no.
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
No. No way. On the parkway. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh.
How good is that? I mean, that's well done. That's one way to get Nana to give up driving. The new #1 song in the United States, according to the Billboard Hot 100, is 65 years old, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee, which was released in 1958, is at the top of the charts for the very first time. Brenda Lee was 13 when she recorded this song, which is a 13-year-old named Brenda. It's insane. It's never been #1 before, but for whatever reason, it is now. Now, Brenda Lee has a #1 hit at 78 years old. It's nuts. I mean, between the president, the Golden Bachelor, and now Brenda Lee, old people are hotter than ever. And young people, I'm worried about. There's a new holiday thing that's happening right now. Kids, instead of writing out a list of what they want for Christmas, are making PowerPoint presentations for their families. Look at this.
Here is my Christmas wish list.
Wait a minute, what is this? Something I really want box.
It's a reminder. Your stocking stuffers.
How expensive is that bracelet?
That doesn't matter. Here are more stocking stuffers. Here are more stocking stuffers. If you ask me, like, which Uggs I would want these ones more than these ones, just so you guys know.
Thank you.
What is this, Shark Tank now that we live in? This? Call me old-fashioned, but if you're old enough to make a PowerPoint presentation, you're too old to ask your parents for Uggs. I mean, it's just, hey, what are you doing?
I made a PowerPoint, Jimmy.
You made a what?
PowerPoint.
I didn't know you knew how to make PowerPoint.
Everybody knows what PowerPoint is, Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to see mine?
I guess so, sure, yeah.
All right, here. Look, Jimmy, this is what I want. I want workout gear, Jimmy.
Workout gear?
Yeah.
Are you working out now?
I'm gonna start, Jimmy.
Okay.
It's never too late to start.
All right, so you want some Hoka sneakers, you want some workout clothes. All right, well, great. All right.
Okay, hold on. I got one more.
Okay, all right.
And I want a batting cage, Jimmy.
For real?
Yeah, for my son and I, so we can practice baseball.
Okay, where are you gonna put it?
In my backyard.
Okay, all right, okay, well, that's, yeah.
Okay,
that's
hold on, one more.
Yeah.
And I want to customize water bottle, Jimmy, like with my name and right there say Poppy too.
Okay, all right. All right. All right, well, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, hold on, I got one more.
Okay.
Look, and then I want items for the guest room, Jimmy.
Okay.
I want a treadmill so I can do exercise. And then after the exercise, I want a couch so I can lay down right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm impressed that you put this all together.
Okay, hold on, one more.
Yeah.
And then I want a computer, Jimmy.
Well, what do you want the computer for?
So I can do some work, Jimmy.
Oh, what kind of work exactly would you be doing?
Well, send emails. watch Netflix.
Okay.
And,
all right.
A lot of things.
All right. I don't know if I'm going to get you that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got one more.
Yeah.
And then I want to go on a trip to Cancun.
Who is that that's on top of you there?
Oh, that's Charlize Theron, Jimmy.
Oh,
yeah.
Charlize Theron?
Yeah, of course, I want to go with her. I want to go snorkeling.
All right, a vacation with Charlize Theron.
that'd be
Okay, well,
great.
we'll ask her if maybe she's interested. All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Wait. And then, Jimmy, I work hard, so I want a bottle of Don Julio.
You want a $1,000 bottle of Don Julio?
Jimmy, you are rich. Don't be a cheap ass. Easy, Jimmy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I will get you that.
Okay, hold on, one more.
Okay, well, jeez.
And a monkey.
Oh, you can keep him in the batting cage.
Yeah, sure.
If I agree to buy you the monkey, will you promise not to give it any shots of Don Julio?
No, I will take care of it.
Okay, very good. All right.
All
Is
right.
that it?
That's it.
Okay, take down the whole
All right, I
thing.
will.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right.
great. All right. And I mentioned last night, we keep forgetting to move the elf on the shelf at our house. So as a public service to parents who are saddled with this thing, every night we're going to give you a reminder and a suggestion. So right now, go grab your elf, put it under the mistletoe with a Barbie doll or whatever. Where's that hand? Watch that, pal. He'll put you on the naughty list. You know, we have a beloved holiday tradition at our show. Every year, Guillermo and I dress up like elves, and we sit down with children to find out whether they've been naughty or nice. And tonight, we sat down with a delightful young man named Jackson.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
I like your outfit.
Thank you.
It's very Christmassy.
Thank
You like our outfits?
Yes.
Which one of us looks better? Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry, Elf Guillermo. Can we have your letter to Santa? Thank you very much. All right, good handwriting. Dear Santa, I have been good for Christmas. I would like a sensei to give me powers. Ooh, what does that mean? What kind of powers do you want?
Life powers.
Life powers. What if you got in a fight at school? Would you use your powers?
No.
You would not. It would only be used when?
When it's time.
When it's time. And when is it time?
Whenever it's time.
It's time whenever it's time. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. You remind me of a young Steven Seagal. You know who that is? No. You would like Ninjago toys. This is all part of your fascination with karate. Yes. Do you know how to do any karate?
Yes.
And do you like when I say karate instead of karate? Or would you prefer it the other way?
The other way.
You find it annoying when I say karate?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do a little bit for us. Oh, that's a good punch. It's a good kick. And that's it? Okay. All right, very good.
Good job.
Have you been naughty or nice this year?
Nice.
Nice. All the time?
Yes.
Not done any naughty things?
Yes.
You have?
None.
You haven't?
Yes.
Yes, you haven't?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
None.
Done what?
None bad stuff.
Nunchucks? You've done, have you been good?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, I want to ask you about something that I find interesting. What is a butt attack?
It's just a silly thing that I do.
Can you show us on Elf Guillermo what a butt attack is? So you will kind of move your butt at the person.
Yeah. They laugh when I do it.
They laugh when you do it to be funny.
Yeah.
If Santa comes down the chimney at your house, will you treat him to a butt attack?
No. I never seen Santa when it's Christmas.
You haven't seen him because you go to sleep, right?
I only seen him for like events.
For events. What kind of events? Like bar mitzvahs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. What else do you want for Christmas?
Duck.
What's that?
A duck.
You want a duck?
Yeah.
Like a real duck?
Yeah. That follows me to school.
Oh, that will be fun. Well, let me do a little magic. This is how I do magic. What do you see?
Duck.
Is this the kind of duck you're looking for?
Yes.
What do you think?
Good.
You like him?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to him?
I like people duck.
Oh, I think he's ready to follow you to school. You want to talk to the duck?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, duck.
I think he likes you, huh?
Yeah.
Do you want to see if he'll follow you?
Yeah.
Walk around a little and see if he'll follow you. Now try the butt attack. What do you think? What's he saying?
Good job.
He's saying good job. All right, well, I mean, there he is. Are you having second thoughts about this duck idea?
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Hey, we're gonna get show tonight from Killers of the Flower Moon. Lily Gladstone is here. We have music from Joshua Ray Walker, and we'll be right back with Bill Burr.
ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, brought to you by Volkswagen.
Kind of needs to be more squiggly. Perfect. So now, do you have a driver's license?
Oh, what did you get us? With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Hurry in to lease a new 2023 all-electric ID4 for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing. Limited inventory available.
Home Goods. Go gifting. Go finding.
My frequent heartburn had me taking antacid after antacid all day long. But with Prilosec OTC, just 1 pill a day blocks heartburn for a full 24 hours. For one and done heartburn relief, Prilosec OTC, 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
Is this for me?
If you like squeaky toys from Chewy, it is.
Did I get anything this year?
Get up to 40% off gifts that bring the most joy at Chewy.
I'm still gonna eat your socks.
No, you're not.
Get great deals on gifts that deliver excitement at Chewy.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo and taking release. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight, and that's what sent me down the path. Was I wanted to make sure and live for my kid, plain and simple.
Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, a new fragrance for her.
Bright lights everywhere. Ferrero Rocher. Smooth chocolate, crunchy hazelnut, lovingly layered and wrapped in gold.
Christmas time again,
Ferrero Rocher.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. So you can sell it online, take it in person, and go big, like 1 million orders big. Whatever the stage, businesses that grow with Shopify.
Celebrity Jeopardy, hosted by me, Ken Jennings.
New Wednesday, 8/7.
Attention parents! If you are working, looking for work, attending school, or in training for a better career, did you know that you may qualify for child care assistance through Workforce Solutions Golden Crescent? Child care assistance can help you make those ends meet and is just a phone call away. Some guidelines apply. If you live in Calhoun, DeWitt, Goliad, Gonzales, Jackson, Lavaca, or Victoria County, call 578-0341 to schedule your appointment to learn more. Workforce Solutions Golden Crescent, working for you. Workforce Solutions is an equal opportunity employer program.
Come see The Cave, our new men's room at Gulf Bolton Supply, located at 403 East Brazos in Victoria, Texas. The largest selection of case knives, custom Warmaker knives, and men's gifts. A knife collector's dream.
Do you know of an outstanding athlete in your area? Go to crossroadstoday.com and submit your nomination for the Athlete of the Week. Tune in to 25 News Now on Thursday's 6 p.m. news and Friday's 6 a.m. news to see who will be the Athlete of the Week.
ABC and stream on Hulu.
She gives a powerful performance in Martin Scorsese's latest film, Killers of the Flower Moon. Lily Gladstone is with us, and then later from Dallas, Texas, his album is called What Is It Even? Music from Joshua Ray Walker. Tomorrow night, we will be joined by Mahershala Ali and Greta Lee with music from Grupo Frontera. So please join us for that. Our first guest tonight is one of the funniest people of all. He's a comedian, actor, and filmmaker with 2 big hits on Netflix right now. He plays Squirtle the Turtle alongside Adam Sandler in Leo and made a movie all on his own called Old Dads. Please welcome Bill Burr. What's going on? How you doing? Can I ask
all right.
I want to ask you about something because I'm curious about this. One of our producers, Claire, was on the phone with you yesterday. You were driving, and she said you were
sober.
sober.
Yeah.
As you were driving, you were cursing at people, at other drivers, and yelling at them from the car. Yes. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where they recognize you after you've yelled at them from the car?
I don't look at myself like that. I'm in my head, so I'm looking out, so I'm not seeing me. I'm just seeing what they're doing, and it just annoys me. I think once you start calling somebody that like that whole, oh my God, is that the guy from that show, is out the window. And you just want to win the argument. Maybe when they drive away, they're like, hey, isn't that guy from Comedy Central?
You just announced your new tour is going to start in February.
Yeah.
A couple days after the Super Bowl. You're starting in Palm Springs, right? Rancho Mirage in Palm Springs.
Yep, kicking it off.
Will you drive there?
Yes,
Oh, there'll be a lot of yelling on the way there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And have you played there before?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I can't remember. I've been doing this so long.
Last time you played here, I know you remember this one, you played Fenway Park, which had no comedian ever had played Fenway Park before. And look at that crowd. Holy cow.
Yeah, and then that's when you showed your celebrity softball home run video after that.
Oh,
and it wasn't until I was driving home, I was like, wait a minute, didn't they like move the fences like way in on that?
Well, it's softball. You can't hit a softball 310 feet. Or
the word in that is soft.
Let's just say
this. It was
this.
Slow pitch, underhand. You hit a liner to the shortstop, and it was a celebrity home run. And you're sitting there showing me the footage like I'm supposed to be impressed.
Listen, if you want to go out back and you want to throw the ball around, I'd be happy to do that with you anytime.
You think you're better than a 55-year-old bald comedian?
Hey!
That's such your big claim to fame? All right, Jimmy, I'll take that action.
But that's exciting. I mean, that's a pretty great deal right there.
Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely... That was a big gig.
No comedian. Did you have any opening acts?
Yeah, Tony V.
Oh, so Tony V is the first comedian to play Fenway Park.
That's exactly it.
I love Tony V. Yeah. Oh, that's great. He must have been so excited for that.
Well, I started out and I learned so much from him. So it was a nice full circle moment. And then in the end, probably the best part is we were up in the right field bleachers smoking cigars as people were walking out. And they were, hey, great show, they were saying up. And we just, we're both Boston guys, so it was an unbelievable moment, yeah.
And then,
I'll tell you what was even better. What? Is my friggin' agent.
What?
Well, he bought a house on the Jersey Shore, so, like, I have to just keep working. He's not going to say that, like, I didn't even get a chance to go to a Dunkin' Donuts and get a high five after that show. Like, the next morning, I'm at, like, Logan Airport. Please take all your liquids out of the bags. Yeah, then I was on my way to Toronto.
How old are your kids now?
Soon to be 7 and 3.5.
Okay, so are you like, is it Elf on the Shelf type of deal? Are you threatening them?
My wife bought the Elf on the Shelf thing. I had nothing to do with that, so that is all her responsibility. So that stuff you were talking about, I laugh about that every night. Like I'm laying in bed, and second her head hits the pillow, she's like, oh, I forgot to move that elf.
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, but how deep is the lie gonna get? Like, I already don't like that I said that there was this guy that doesn't exist, and now you have, like, the elf. It's just, you're totally, like, I really feel like whoever is keeping us all separated through politics and whatever, like, Santa Claus is part of it, whereas they just...